Hello, and this is the Warp Forge, and this is a massive 6,000 points Apocalypse battle report. I have 6,000 points of Orks and Chaos Space Marines versus 6,000 points of Necrons and Tau. Now, this is deployment, and I'll mention the mission first. This is a custom scenario. Warmer Horde players will know this one a bit well, as it's on the Steamrollers. We've got 3 objectives. Each are worth 3 victory points. On the second turn, before outflankers arrive, roll D3. One of the objectives disappear. Then, on turn 5, on a roll of a 4+, that objective comes back in the same place unless there's a unit over where it once stood, in which case it's still placed in the centre of the battlefield, has to be 24 inches away from the other objectives and 3 inches away from any other unit. So this should be quite a fun match. I'll go through my army. So I'll go through my reserves. I have two squads of Deathcopters with buzzsaws and twin-linked rockets. We have 2 big shooters and a Death Roller with a War Boss with a Knob squad. The War Boss has big chopper and a load of and a 5+ invulnerable save and a 4+ arm save. They've got big choppers and a War Banner and a Pain Boy and a 4+ save and a 5+ invuln. I rolled for the outflank Warlord trait. I have 5 Terminators with power mauls, and he has a head flamer and a Lord with a 4+ invulnerable save because Marcus Ancient Dark I've got Dark Sigil plus the 5+ invulnerable save from the Terminator armor, plus Mark of Khorne for the whole unit. I've got a Helldrip Bale Flamer, and I've got a Dakka Jet with the usual every upgrade apart from red paint job. I have a Death Dread with 4 Dreadnought close combat weapons, no big shooters. I have a Forge Fiend on me. I have a Stomper, as we see here. I have a full mob of boys with a knob with a power claw. I've got a unit of Chaos Marines with 2 plasma guns. I have a Mega Dread with a kill cannon with all the Dakka and a kill, not a rip, so it's the Ripper Claw. I have a Battle Wagon with 2 big shooters with Mega Knobs, just 3 non-Mega Knobs, and a Death Roller. I have Warpsmith with a 4+ invulnerable save with upgrades. I'm trying to be quick, sorry. Just 10 cultists with a shotgun champion. All killer cans here. Those are killer cans. These are killer cans, all with grot riggers, armor plates, and rocket launchers. I have a big mech of custom force field with combi scorcher, an attack squig, and he's got 4+, 5+, 4+ save, 5+ invulnerable save. I have a Defiler with a power fist, as you see there, and everything else is battle cannon usual. This is a Land Raider with just normal. These are twin glass cannons, as you see here. I've used the ectoplasma cannons and I've magnetized it all. This is a lifter dropper wagon, just the normal 2 twin-linked plus 2 twin-linked big shooters and a reinforced ram. Vindicator with Siege Shield and a Skullhammer Battle Fortress. Yes, this is the General Lee. And the Land Raider is called Demon's Pride. This is another Killer Can squad with 3 rockets and everyone has grot riggers and armor plates. Now, can my opponents please reveal their armies? It only took me 4 minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hang on.
There you go. Hells.
Okay, right. Necron player, my channel is 98 Jellyman.
Jesus Christ, man, leave it.
My army is relatively what you see is what you get. Fairly boring, actually. Squad of 3 heavy destroyers. 10-man warrior squad, Lord, Sempiternal, Man-Shackles, you know the cheesy drill. Annihilation Barge, 4 destroyers. Lich Guard with my custom Warlord, which many of you will probably recognise as painted by Happy.
You mean the Warforge?
The Warforge, sorry, getting Daka username there. Destroyer Lord, gone to solo something. Triax Stalker because tripods. Massive Warrior Blob, again with the Lord. Monolith. Even bigger Warrior Blob with Overlord. 2 more 10-man blobs. Slendercron, just because Slendercron.
Don't try and do that because it'll look sideways.
Royal Court Disco Inferno, always fun. Doomsday Ark and an Annihilation Barge. These two, if you can see that one down there, will soon find their way to the Warforge's painting desk. My partner will now reveal his town.
Careful, don't touch the screen.
Yep.
Dude, you know how to touch the screen.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. So. I have a hammerhead and some squads of fire warriors with that guy being used as a fireblade. That's it. I also have a slightly custom Skyray and awesome new broadside and little piranha which is going to get smashed, but oh well. And that's about everything.
I kind of forgot to say I have those two as well. Again, painted by 4G here. If he would care to take his camera back.
Sorry about the difficulty of cameras. Yep, everything's there. Before I forget, I did cast Shattered Defences on this piece of terrain here. Lovely jubbly, 5+ cover save. And that's an Aegis Defense I have the quad gun, which I also forgot now. So,
One more thing to tell the users, the Tau fella forgot his Warlord.
And some more guys.
And for what it's worth, that guy on Scarabs and some drones. Yep, that is indeed the base from the old Nightbringer. And back to Forge.
apologies for the wavy camera. As far as I know, we'll stop here and we'll go to turn 1. This should be Brutal Carnage. So this is deployment. Turn 1 will be ensuring.
Okay, so top of Necron and Tau turn 1. We stole the initiative, so we went first. It's been quite a heavy-hitting turn, to be honest. Stomper down to 2 hull points.
Gauze weapons and Seeker missiles.
Vindicator took a Doomsday round to the face and exploded spectacularly. And the Skullhammer's taken a beating as well, down to 3 hull points.
1 structure point.
1 structure point remaining.
And it's also drive damage.
Oh yes, and drive damaged. I'm not entirely sure what that does, but our opponent
Reduces its
Warforged does.
half sync movement, so it can only move 3 inches.
Okay.
Land Raider, 1 hull point remaining.
Thanks to a lot of rapid firing Gauss weapons. Not a vast lot of other things have happened, apart from a Necron Destroyer killing himself on terrain. That's the top of our turn 1. And next up is Forge's turn.
Okay, this is turn 1 from Orks and Chaos. The Death Dread ran. This fired at the Nightbringer, taking it off a wound. This squad fired at the Destroyer squad and took it down took it off by 1, killed 1. This Stomper, since it could only snap fire this turn, decided to shoot at them with its big shooters and did nothing. These, however, the War Bikers, March of the War Bikers, it looks like a massive parade, shot at the Destroyer squads, and it's all gone. These decided to fire at the anti-barge, reduced it by 1 glance, and this also fired anti-barge, glanced it, but then he made his jinx save. This sped right up from here to here, so full speed. This then fired with its quad gun at the Destroy Lord, doing nothing. These three fired at the Triad Stalker, managed to blow it up.
Not facing that camera.
No. This squad fired at the Tau Piranha. Nothing happened. This fired, managed to make a glance on the monolith, and then it was on 3 hull points. This couldn't really do anything. Then this lifter wagon dropper fired at the monolith, made it move 14 or 13 inches all the way over here, then caused 3 glancing hits, wrecking it outright. This then fired at the wall or at the blobs, and nothing really happened. And yeah, some lords died. Then these fired at the anti-barge, absolutely missing, as orcs usually do. That was turn 1. We will now roll to see which objective disappears. On a D3, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's just 5, so it's so my objective has disappeared from the board. Goodbye, objective. And now it is my friend's turn.
Right, top of Necron and Tau turn 2, and we've done a lot of damage, there's no denying it. Annihilation Barge fired into them, killed 2, other ones unharmed. That was forgot to fired. I forgot to fire this because I'm an idiot. Flyer fired, killed Skullhammer. Nothing else did a great lot. That's dead. Blob of Warriors fired at Land Raider, killed that as well. Destroyer Lord rolls into combat, wrecks 2 of their faces, and takes 2 wounds in return. Battle Wagon absorbs a railgun and a fusion blaster. Stomper decapitated by a passing Doomscythe. Death Dread in the corner absorbing railgun and death ray. Seadown tried to charge, failed, took a wound from Overwatch. Not a great what else happened, unfortunately. Oh yes, Royal Court Cheese Ball destroyed the lifter dropper wagon. That's all that happened this turn, and Forge will be recording his turn momentarily.
Turn 2, right? Turn 2, overview. The Death Dread moved, they outflanked over here, tried to fire at Skyray, nothing happened. This fired at the Nightbringer, who died, exploded and caused a wound on that. These all fired at the broadside. That broadside's gone. This Stomper's wrecked. These guys fired at them, at the Warrior Blob, which is now retreating, and the Warlord is, well, not the Warlord, the Necron Lord is just not standing there, being a bit ticked off. They also fired before the Bikers fired. I managed to score a few wounds again as well. These guys fired, moved and fired into the Piranha, which didn't do anything. This guy, tank shocked into there, and did nothing, and reduced himself by a hull point. Helldrake burninated and managed to take down the Lord, but it came back up. These guys, well, what did they do? Yeah, they assaulted the Piranha and managed to explode it. These Clickhands also shot the Piranha and did nothing. The custom force who mech just moved through terrain and left there being pretty. This guy, once the Lord was down, also fired into that squad and
4 people and 2 of them came back.
killed 4 of them, killed 4 warriors and 2 came back. All the wreckage and carnage in the special unit over there. This Dakka Jet fired at the Doomscythe and managed to make it die. That outflanked and tank shocked that. Didn't really do anything, so just moved straight forward. The Killer Khan fired did nothing, tried to assault that, and was out of range by as it was an inch short. Apart from that, all the carnage ensued. Yes, I had a Kilocan here that killed the Lord, but in turn the Lord made the last Kilocan explode there. And that was it. That is my turn 2. Hoping for turn 3 overview now.
Okay, so this is the Necron and Tau turn 3, and unfortunately the last turn in the game, due to the fact we've run out of time. That Necron Lord, who's on his own from these running warriors, tried to solo that blob and died to Overwatch. Lich Guard charged those, and I rolled about 17,000 ones, so there's only the Lord left in the challenge. That massive multi-blob of warriors fired at the Helldrake and did bot all. Annihilation Barge downed Dakajet. Seatan tried to smack him, failed, so the Crest Suits did it for him. That fight shot a battle wagon up the arse and completely owned it. Warriors did absolutely nothing. Dead Lich Guard. Kroot still standing there faithfully since turn 2, holding an objective. Lords there killed Defiler. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, that decided it would do absolutely nothing to anyone. That wasn't fired at. Yes, it was. That fired at it and failed. And this massive blob of fire warriors and Ethereal and, well, it's a Fireblade, shut up, decided to pump out 120 shots and turn them into a red mist.
With scrap.
And scrap, yeah. That's all that's happened, and we are about to tally up victory points. We will record that.
So victory conditions. He got an objective here, as I say, that Terminator, and he also got first blood, so he was up by 4 victory points since an objective.
There's 2 of us.
Yeah, they were 4 victory points because it's 3 victory points for an objective, 1 victory point for first blood, which was the Vindicator. I got that line breaker over there, and the objective hasn't really turned up, so I don't have an objective. Nobody's got that.
Yeah, it's got line breaker.
And that was it. That was the game. Tau and Necrons have a win. It was quite good. If only we had more time. If you like this battle report, please like and subscribe. This is the Warp Forge with a 6,000 point battle report of Orks and Chaos versus Necrons and Tau. And that was our big game. This is the Warp Forge signing out.